Hello there guys, it's Joey and this is a requested spell set. Technically there are some 4 new items which are Starry Spell Vials, and I will discuss those in a minute, as well as a spell oil. So I'm going to go through each was a request, and talk a little bit about each one, and I will start here. Right, so zoom in, too far, there we go. I'll try and move it around so you can get a good look. So this is for wish fulfillment. I'm calling it Heart's Wish Spell Vial, Starry Vial. I'm musing around the names, and I'm going to carry on making some of these. I got more bottles than for the order, but these were very specific. So this is for the wish fulfillment. So from a technical perspective as well, I've not put any ribbon on any of these because I assume you want to attach them to a chain. So I've left them without ribbon, but if you wanted ribbon instead, let me know and we will sort that out. So the idea was to have very little spell bottles that can be worn, that all have a different charm on them. Just wondering if I've got anything I can prop that up with. Not really. Following in sort of the line of Starry Magic. So it might stand up. No, it won't. It needs a chain. And the idea, so you can see inside. The idea behind them is they kind of follow the design pattern of the spell orbs, but they are little spell bottles which are containing, oh, there's a beautiful yellow butterfly has just flown across the garden. Sorry, completely distracted. Really yellow, wow. Anyway, right, back to what I was saying. So this one is Heart's Wish, and it is a simple spell of wish fulfillment, and it has the energy of wishing. And I wanted to keep each one relatively straightforward, but bringing together the elements which make up the spell orbs. So we have the little spell scroll with the spell interwoven into it. We have herbs and a crystal present, and then the charm, and it's all worked into a very small space. So it's not overly complicated, because otherwise it would be too much in a little pendant that wants to be physically attractive as well as full of magic. So it was asked that each one have a different charm. This one actually has a wishbone charm on it for wishing. Wishbone charm works within the history and the symbology of the charm. The wishbone is something that people have long used to make wishes upon, and hopefully you can see within. It's all colours for attraction, wish fulfillment, and really going and getting your wish as well. There's an element of that in here. So this one is possibly the simplest, but it's absolutely beautiful. I really like these. Okay, and then we have one for Heartseed. So Heartseed is a set which is already on the store, and Heartseed follows the Native American name for strawberries, and it talks about finding a soul connection in love, in relationships. So this spell pendant again had to follow that energy. It had to work within the scope which already exists, and I don't want to talk about each spell too much within this video, otherwise this video is going to be really long, because like the Heartseed and the protection are existing themes, whereas the last one is a brand new theme, including the oil and the pendant for that. So I want to talk a little bit more about that one in this particular video, whereas, you know, you can see the Heartseed video for all of the energies of Heartseed. I decided actually to go with a mermaid charm for this one. I was musing around it and it just sat with me, and Heartseed is about finding a soul connection, and to me the ocean really does epitomise what it is almost on earth, which is most like a heart. So you have your ocean of feeling, you have your depth of feeling, you have the mystery, you have things unknown, and a deep well of emotion. And water is obviously associated in witchcraft with the emotions anyway, and the sea is constantly flowing, moving, and has this mystery, this unknown element to it. So bringing in love from the unknown, crossing oceans of time to find soul connections. And mermaids have a very deep mythology, particularly with finding and crossing barriers and borders in order to be with the ones that they love. So that was the decision that went into the mermaid charm. That's the first one that really spoke to me. I was looking at a couple of others, but seeing as that's the one that really spoke to me, I went with it. Then we have a spell pendant for protection, and this is in the vein of Blade Over Shield. Blade Over Shield is my Morrigan protection line. It's originally an oil, and there are a few other bits in that brand. It's my big brand of protection. I love it, and it comes from Mama Morrigan, and it's Blade Over Shield, shield over arm, arm over heart. It's about triple forms of protection. Again, I don't want to go on too much about the energies of the ones which already have videos for their particular energies, but we have a charm here which is the Feather Blade, and there you go, the pendant of protection, scroll, crystals, and all sorts of goodies in there. Again, no ribbon, so you can put it on a chain if so desired. Right, so the final one is an attraction oil and a pendant to go along with it in an energy of attraction, but it had to be a general form of a general form of attraction of all good positive energies, all positive vibrations, love, friendship, opportunities, everything into one space. So I'll put the pendant in so you can see while I talk, and then I'll show you the oil afterwards. So I went with the concept of labyrinth for attraction of all things, and this, all good things, all vibrations to bring into one's life. It's an attraction oil, pure and simple, but it's not quite pure and simple, because labyrinth. Why labyrinth, Joe? That doesn't make any sense. Surely labyrinth is confusing and finding you. How does that work? Well, the spiral labyrinth within the Celtic mythos is very important. It represents the journey of one's self, one's soul, one's path. It can represent the overcoming of all sorts of things, finding your way through life. And as you are finding your way through life, you wish to attract all the things that you want, truly are for your higher good. And often when we talk about attraction oils, there's an element of, oh well, it just attracts things, and you go ahead and say what you want, and the attraction oil will just bring what you want. But this energy, and this, it's in the oil and in the spell pendant too, goes beyond what we think we want, into tapping into the labyrinth of one's life force, one's path in this life, to attract what we need to us. It's attraction oil on a spiritual level, and it has all the energies of all the different things that could bring you happiness, but it relies on this linchpin of this labyrinth energy, this labyrinth meditation of bringing to you the things that you need in order to traverse your own personal labyrinth. As above, so below, as within, so without, and attracting the things that are for your highest good. So you have the little labyrinth charm on here, and there you go, you can see for the pendant. I might put some more bits in actually. I think I will. I want a little bit more herb in there. And then we have the oil. And the oil is truly beautiful. It's like a garden going on in here, and I like the fact it looks like a garden, because I often say that one's personal space, one's personal soul, one's life path, one's inner self is very much like a garden. You get out of it what you plant, you know. Focus on your own garden and grow is something that I've said numerous times. So there's an element of bringing one's own personal labyrinth and it being very much of a garden-esque variety within the spell oil in particular. So this is the attraction oil for the labyrinth. It's lovely, I really like it. That will definitely be available as a singular item after the fact. But I hope you like them. I know we had to wait for the bottles to turn up. There's me been going out of my mind at post people and all sorts. But let me know about the ribbons if you want them just plain like this, so you can just put them on a chain or not. So I hope you like them, and many blessings.